I usually go LG, but this is Samsung. I have no preference, to be honest. What's why do you go with LGs usually? Is there like any specific thing that you actually care with those TVs? System or something like that? Formal request for Darket Yerian. Making the request again. Bradley, I know it's not your fault. I know she's supposed to be my second wife, but I want a trail so that when all this calms down in a few years, we can go proper outrage about how long it took to reunite families. Especially one hurt during the side of mess. You know broken promise is a thing, right? Requesting deployment of Darket Tyrion W84 Crispin. Exo Studies Specialist. Reason, she's an asset that will help via BT. She's also my daughter. Great. No message. Will be probably reduced to 500 pounds in about 1 year. It will be reduced to 500 pounds or by 500 pounds because it's like what are the price that you I'm seeing like 2,000 pounds right now. So first page I found. So, how? The first TV I bought myself was an LG back in 2002. I had it for 13 years until I got the one I have now in 2015. So actually pretty fun of time. And fuck.
You haven't got a fuel cell, have you? The quartermaster says there's plenty, but she would. Wait, oh, shit, you're the Pathfinder. Sorry, no one said VIPs were coming by.
I'm just Ryder. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, I'm Fox, chief engineer for Prodromos. Anything you need, ask away.
Prodromos.
What brought you all the way to Andromeda?
There's a colony back home you've never heard of. Viridis. It failed, hard. I grew up there watching things fall apart. When I left, I got into infrastructure, civil engineering. Boring stuff unless you've ever lived without it. I wanted to do Viridis right, I guess. And the initiative was my best chance.
Yeah, I paid 2,000 for the one that's on the way. Like, I'm gonna quote someone. Like when I said that I have a MacBook Pro. You must be rich. Sounds good, sounds good. Let me check the one that I'm looking for. YouTube and Pornhub burnout was. I can think. Where's that? What's the? Remember? There's like one specific feed that I'm looking for. So I think because this one that I'm looking for was released this year in March. I don't remember if it was Samsung. I think it was LG. I think I have it. Let me. Yeah. The LG OLED 55 CX3. OLED 55CX3. LG. This one. Actually, I saw some reviews on like the LA on the in. I don't remember if it was. What was the reason that I'm actually going for this? Don't really remember. I was looking for a good TV that you can play also and watch. Um, yeah, there was like some reviews. Yeah, and the big refresh rate, so 100. I have no idea what's normal, but it's still better than my display, right? Playing on. So it's still, yeah. No, I'm not sure what's your previous one, but really like focused and targeted into. Let me refresh in time that if maybe there are PlayStation 5 unavailable. It feels like all fun. Okay. Little break, looking for TVs. Getting back to game.
What do you do here?
My team gets things going. Water, power, communications, everything a civilization needs. Well, not laws or a constitution, but it's easier to concentrate on those when you got a flushing toilet.
What do you think about your new home?
First impressions? We've got water, clear skies for solar power, plants to farm. The remnants are a wild card, but Bradley says you have them covered. It'll take work, no question, but I think EOS is really going to be something.
What are the other outpost staff like?
Like Connor, you mean? She's pretty fun when you get to know her. Just don't get to know her over a poker game. Trust me.
Bye, Fox.
Have a good one.
Good one, teams. Read this one. Nope. Scratchpad, login, Chief Engineer Kane Fawkes. This file is filled with sketches, annotation, and exploded schematic views. Many are focused on a combined road monorail network for EOS, showing several different but brilliant designs. Always good to go back to the old Sunbay when I need to think. Underneath are several doodles showing elegant redesigns of the Nexus tram system map. Posted to one side are a number of downloaded statistics on predicted population growth over the next century. Got the baseline, but it's always good for the numbers. Adjoining the statistics is a blocked out simplicity drawing of Prodomos dotted line showing expansion, with detailed sketches of water and sewage lines underground, wireless power routers, and the flow of foot traffic. Sloppy, but it's hard. Where's the image? Like, on. Hey, from the Nexus. Folks, how is it there? I heard Bradley has things up and running smoothly. I knew you guys could do it. Tell me all about EOS. It's boring here, so I have to live curiously through you. Oh, you remember that girl I told you about? Sorry, we're going out this weekend. I can't believe she said yes. Wish me luck. Now it's your turn, buddy.
Ryder.
Yes, that's my name. What? We have a satellite there. Okay, there's definitely something to check out, but let's first check this building. Henley Abrams, Geneseo Park, active terminal. I've Scientific Director Henley Abrams. Is there any problem here? Is the dogs. Walking them in the shuttle park always help me think through these problems. Forget side effects too. I should get a dog. Are dogs? We got them like in those conditions. This is comparable to sea level Earth. Yours is drier, but within limits. Okay, and here's like research proposal submission review. Material analysis of recovered firearms. Element zero voltage resistance testing, comparison of quantum initialized string effects to realistic waveforms. And everything interesting here.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
Of course it is relevant.
Let go of the past. We've got our own history to make.
No.
The Krogan and Solarians might
I've
disagree.
chosen the other option.
Still, I see the sentiment, Pathfinder. Thanks.
I have no idea what happened. Yeah, I misunderstood.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Hanley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
No, I can't give him back. I mean, like, history matters. Whether it's bad or good, matters. You don't want to make same mistakes people made in the past. Yeah, secure Cam Nexus Prodromos. And appreciate the personal interest, but my people are getting twitchy with all the messages you're sending them. I'd like their minds on the job, not being under a microscope. Addison's the one I call. I get it. Side 1 and 2 are still raw for us too, but Prodromos isn't the same. No better way to prove that then let us do our jobs. Give them space and I will give you all the footage you need to make it play well back on the Nexus 3. Post deployment block party. Oh. Everyone, each are set to point by the books and we are operational in record time. Be proud, I am. Note that the first deployment wave is in the all clear to break into the good stuff. We've got a new colony to toss and some lost friends to say goodbye to. Lights go down and drinks rise up at 2000. Bradley. I wasn't invited. LOL. Major Domo Bell Scott.
Pathfinder, Major Domo Evan Bell Scott. I have headaches so you don't have to. Rather, so Bradley doesn't have to. I've also coordinated with your Ket expert. He wanted me to remind you to find him.
I didn't assign a Ket expert to Prodromos.
Then he's a hell of a self-motivator. Here's the nav anyway. Precision is important.
Thoughts on your boss?
The old man. He's pretty tied into what happens here. I just pick up the day-to-day scraps. Good at cracking the whip for these science types. Doesn't fall for the details. I hope he's proud. Feels like he's proud.
Thoughts on how the outpost is doing? The planet?
Stellar. We keep it up, we'll make this world look like the brochures.
How did you come to the initiative?
Like many, I was lost and looking for a purpose. That sounds loftier than it felt at the time. I was an insufferable ass. The training for the trip was probably enough to cure me of it. But I always took things too far. Didn't know how to stop alienating people until I was the alien. See? Still insufferable.
Where'd you launch out of?
The pale blue dot, Terra Prime. Big old boring Earth. I miss that wet dog smell after the first snow melts. I don't know why. What about you? Miss anything?
Wet dog smell after the first snow melts. I'm not sure if melting snow smells like a wet dog. I miss not being here. No, I didn't miss.
There's so much here to keep my attention. I don't miss much.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like you left some interesting circumstances.
I miss the family, and maybe they miss me. But that doesn't mean I'd go back. I mean, we can't, but still. I like where I came from. It's a great place to be from. Know what I mean?
I don't know. I liked where I was. There were other things that brought us
I
here.
don't miss anything, but
Not me. Eyes on distant stars. Always have been.
Another time.
Of course.
I wish they could perfect the eyes of characters in games. It's so important. Why, is there something wrong with those eyes? What's wrong with those eyes? What's wrong? Like, they like during the talk they actually like, yeah, during the talk that's what it looks like. Yeah, people were saying bad things about Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, probably the face expressions are like disaster. I'm not feeling that it's so bad. It's not good. I know it's not good. It's not Horizon Zero Dawn. Like Horizon Zero Dawn for me is like best right now. As for like expressions, as acting, like you see that they're like real people. Yeah. And the other game that actually like was LA Noire from Rockstar, the detective game, but it's old game, so for the old game it was some more. Victorian Carson, Mr. Josephs, I find it troubling that you think I could be swayed from my duty by an offer of credits. I understand Victor Carson is a friend of yours, but that's hardly adequate reason to release him from cryostasis and send him to Prodromos. Beyond that, from what I hear, you two have a disaster waiting to happen. I know all about the prank you and Mr. Carson pulled on Everett before the journeys to Hellas. Victor Carson will be released from stasis when I see fit and assigned to an outpost that best suits his skill set, and if I hear Ripken over my head and spoken to Addison about this, you will have me to answer to. His notes. Acute insomnia, claustrophobia, multiple leg fractures. There's like a lot of details about a lot of people that I don't know.
Right.
Why?
August said you might swing by. Right, yes? Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on Eos. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
Yeah. When we talk, it looks like actually now when you said it, like we're having conversation and he's like doing phone calls. Everyone is doing. From time to time he's trying to look at me, but I don't know. Yeah, what's up, bro? You're cleaning.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-in colonies. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
I'm gonna stop asking people why they came to Andromeda.
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. He was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in, everyone matters. We know we'll make this work.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime, preferably unhurt.
That's nice, thank you. I think I'll add Mass Effect games to my list to be played. Yeah, and you have actually very nice occasion because they're making Mass Effect remasters. There's gonna be 1, 2, and 3 in one pack with all DLCs, and yeah, really recommend this. This is the first parts, not this one. I'm not sure about this game, but actually probably it won't be better. I see it right now. But they're gonna make remakes, so they're gonna be probably, yeah, gonna be like on PS5, so you can enjoy the whole story of best franchise ever till this thing happened, but it's not bad. I mean, not bad, but it's also not so perfect. It's for hey, what's with this memory trigger?
Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Okay, and who you are? Ah, you're the Bradley. You're the chief here.
Mayor Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to see you.
Yeah, we are talking.
We're busy as anything thanks to you. Bit dusty, but we can adapt. It's worth it when it's your own.
Yeah, work hard. You better work hard.
Make sure to keep a clear log of what you're doing.
Well, let's save some bandwidth. Busted ass defeat initiative. Copy, paste, repeat. You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. There will be more to do on Eos later. Some key positions: Connor Supply, Ramirez Medical, Abrams Science, Fawkes Engineering. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
The first two outposts didn't have a chance. It was clear to everyone on the ground.
I saw the brief. I'm making sure every one of our people is eyes wide. You changed this planet, but that doesn't make it easy. We'll use the efforts of those who went before. Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
Looking back isn't a good use of time. We have to keep building.
Keep is generous. We have to start. Real building, not just survival. Oh, and Pathfinder, this is for you. It's our flag. Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil of our first outpost in Andromeda. Make it real.
Ah, I have a flag right now. Great. It's you know, quarantine best practices. Oh, this is like up-to-date thing. Please remember that everything shipped to the landing pad, especially from off-world rather than sealed Nexus supplies, must go through quarantine procedure via confined observation, spot testing, bacteriological scans, or radioactive sterilization. Okay, we are in a new presence of heroes, and anything added to the ecosystem will have an effect down the line. Our job is to make sure it's beneficial one, and strong quarantine practices will really help us out. I mean, if anyone tries to tell me or Henley that your shipment's special case and you don't need to bother, you'll be running quarantine twice. Radiation alerts. Yeah, the vault doohickey might be clearing the atmosphere, but we've still got pockets of high radiation and bad weather across the continent. Oh, this one. This is actually a trouble for me. Telepresence update. Zones 10, 12 are still smoking hot, but Zone 8 is showing a drop. What's your shuttle's radiation shield absorption? They can take up to 190 MSV per hour safely. Anything more and you need to head back for the refit. And remember that if you're carrying power cells or radiological equipment, those can throw your readings off. Make sure you're as safe as you think. Today fly schedule. My ship, because I could those two buildings to visit yet, and there's also some